What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going over the master key system part 4.2. So the second half of part 4 of the master key system. And as always, we're going to be going over 5 questions and we're going to have the answers toward the end. So stay till the end to get the answers to these questions. So these 5 questions are: 1. How may we develop the faith, courage, and enthusiasm which will result in accomplishment? 2. What is the secret of power? 3. Why is this so? 4. What is silence? And 5. Of what value is it? All right, guys. So without further ado, we're going to hop into the second half of the Master Key System by Charles F. Hannell. Go ahead and minimize myself right there. All right, so second half where we picked off from the last video. So this is not so strange or impossible as it may appear when you remember that the world within is controlled by the I, and that this I is a part or one with the infinite I, which is the universal energy or spirit, usually called God. This is not a mere statement or theory made for the purpose of confirming or establishing an idea, but it is a fact which has been accepted by the best religious thought as well as the best scientific thought. Herbert Spencer said, "Amid all the mysteries by which we are surrounded, nothing is more certain than that we are ever in the presence of an infinite and eternal energy from which all things proceed." Lyman Abbott, in an address delivered before the alumni of Bangor Theological Seminary, said, "We are coming to think of God as dwelling in man rather than as operating on men from without." Science goes a little way in its search and stops. Science finds the ever-present eternal energy, but religion finds the power behind this energy and locates it within man. But this is by no means a new discovery. The Bible says exactly the same thing, and the language is just as plain and convincing. "Know ye not that ye are the temple of the living God?" Here, then, is the secret of the wonderful creative power of the world within. Here's the secret of power of mastery. To overcome does not mean to go without things. Self-denial is not success. We cannot give unless we get. We cannot be helpful unless we are strong. The infinite is not a bankrupt, and we who are the representatives of infinite power should not be bankrupts either. And if we wish to be of service to others, we must have power and more power. But to get it, we must give it. We must be of service. The more we give, the more we shall get. We must become a channel whereby the universal can express activity. The universal is constantly seeking to express itself, to be of service, and it seeks the channel whereby it can find the greatest activity, where it can do the most good, where it can be of the greatest service to mankind. The universal cannot express through you as long as you are busy with your plans, your own purposes. Quiet the senses, seek inspiration, focus the mental activity on the within, dwell in the consciousness of your unity with omnipotence. Still water runs deep. Contemplate the multitudinous opportunities to which you have spiritual access by the omnipresence of power. Visualize the events, circumstances, and conditions which these spiritual connections may assist in manifesting. Realize the fact that the essence and soul of all things is spiritual, and that the spiritual is the real, because it is the life of all there is. When the spirit is gone, the life is gone. It is dead. It has ceased to exist. These mental activities pertain to the world within, to the world of cause and conditions and circumstances, which results are the effect. It is thus that you become a creator. This is important work, and the higher, loftier, grander, and more noble ideas which you can conceive, the more important the work will become. Overwork or overplay or over bodily activity of any kind produces conditions of mental apathy and stagnation, which makes it impossible to do the more important work, which results in a realization of conscious power. We should therefore seek the silence frequently. Power comes through repose. It is in the silence that we can be still, and when we are still, we can think, and thought is the secret of all attainment. Thought is a mode of motion and is carried by the law of vibration, the same as light or electricity. It is given vitality by the emotions through the law of love. It takes form and expression by the law of growth. It is a product of the spiritual I, hence its divine, spiritual, and creative nature. From this, it is evident that in order to express power, abundance, or any other constructive purpose, the emotions must be called upon to give feeling to the thought so that it will take form. How may this purpose be accomplished? This is the vital point. How may we develop the faith, the courage, the feeling, which will result in accomplishment? The reply is by exercise, by mental strength. is secured in exactly the same way that physical strength is secured, by exercise. We think something, perhaps with difficulty the first time. We think the same thing again, and it becomes easier this time. We think it again and again. It then becomes a mental habit. We continue to think the same thing. Finally, it becomes automatic. We can no longer help thinking this thing. We are now positive of what we think. There's no longer any doubt about it. We are sure we know. Last week I asked you to relax, to let go physically. This week I'm going to ask you to let go mentally. If you practice the exercise given to you last week, 15 or 20 minutes a day, in accordance with the instructions, you can no doubt relax physically. And anyone who cannot consciously do this quickly and completely is not a master of himself. He has not obtained freedom. He is still a slave to conditions. But I shall assume that you have mastered the exercise and are ready to take the next step, which is mental freedom. This week, after taking your usual position, remove all tension by completely relaxing, then mentally let go of all adverse conditions such as hatred, anger, worry, jealousy, envy, sorrow, trouble, or disappointment of any kind. You may say that you cannot let go of these things, but you can. You can do so by mentally determining to do so, by voluntarily intention and persistence. The reason that some cannot do this is because they allow themselves to be controlled by the emotions instead of by their intellect. But those who will be guided by the intellect will gain the victory. You will not succeed the first time you try, but practice makes perfect. In this, as in everything else, and you must succeed in dismissing, eliminating, and completely destroying these negative and destructive thoughts, because they are the seed which is constantly germinating into discordant conditions of every conceivable kind and description. There is nothing truer than that the quality of thought which we entertain correlates certain externals in the outside world. This is the law from which there is no escape, and it is this law, this correlative of the thought with its object, that from time immemorial has led the people to believe in special providence. Willmans. All right, guys, so that was the second half of part 4 of the Master Key System. So let's go ahead and go over the answers. So number 1, how may we develop the faith, courage, and enthusiasm which will result in accomplishment? Then the answer is by a recognition of our spiritual nature. What is the secret of power? The secret of power is service. Why is this so? Because we get what we want. Because we get what we want. I might have typed that wrong. Let's double check in real time for you guys. Let's see. Because we get what we give. Sorry. So why is this so? Because we get what we give. So the secret of power is service, and why is this so is because we get what we give. So what is the silence? A physical stillness, and of what value is it? It is the first step to self-control and self-mastery. So that is the end of part 4, and I want to thank you guys for watching once again. As always, I truly appreciate all the support on this channel. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, leave a comment below, let me know how I did. If you wanted to have me go more in depth about something, comment on any other topics that you want me to go over, tap the subscribe button, help us with our current goal of 1,000 subscribers. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at info@tycoontalk.xyz, or you can leave a comment in the comment section below, whichever one you're more comfortable with, and I'll be sure to get back with you as soon as possible. And all of my links are in the description box below. And if you like this video, go ahead and check out the other videos on my channel where I talk about making money with cryptocurrency, real cryptocurrency, not the fake scammy stuff that you see everywhere on the TV. How to fix your credit, the financial markets, and a bunch of information that you can't necessarily Google. It took years and years and years to get this information, so now I'm giving it back to you guys. So if you enjoy this type of content, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy that content. So head over to the playlist section in my channel, and I'll have it nice and organized for you guys over there. And as always, my friends, I'm sending infinite abundance to you now and forever, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Peace.